Well, just be careful. Don't. This is literally all our power.
Oh, stop.
It's okay to take them off. Is it still okay to take them off during class?
Yeah. Yeah, you can keep it on. Absolutely.
I'm getting black on the live stream, so I'm still working on it. Hang on. Okay.
You want to go outside? I don't want to be on camera.
But you're already on camera, just so you know.
Okay, you look good. I got it to work. I don't know what took it so long, but you're live.
Just
fun.
I don't have a picture on my end, just so you know.
Yep, it's coming right now as soon as I get out of here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
Still coming. Well, I actually don't know if you guys can see me yet, because I can't see me yet, but we're going to start anyways, because we have people here in class, and we're already past the hour. Let's go ahead and pin those shoulders back and down, and take that ear side to side. Good, then left to right. Jason, I don't know if you can hear me, but we still don't have video on our end. And up and down. Good, arms out, bend those wrists back. Arms in, bend those wrists down, back and forth. Oh, you stop. Uh-huh. Guys, keep going. Jason, we still don't have video on our end. Good, let's make circles with the wrists, fists, and circles. Switch directions. Camp Muir. We sure got down a lot faster than we got up. We were the first ones up there of the morning hikers. Good, let's scoop up and through. If you're online, and I can't tell because I have no video feed on my end, but my family and I hiked up to Camp Muir on Mount Rainier on Tuesday, which is the last base camp before you summit the mountain. So you hike up to 10,000 feet elevation. We were the first of the morning group to get up, but a great, friendly conversational group joined us over the time we were there. There was 7 of us sitting and chatting for a while before we went back down. Good. Let's pinch those shoulder blades together and round them out. Pinch and round.
What time did you start?
We hit the trail like right before 7 a.m.
So up and back, how long was it?
Well, moving time was 5 hours. It was 7 hours total of a hike.
Where do you start?
You start at Paradise, and you hike up the Skyline Ridge Trail till you get to Pebble Creek. Good from here, guys. Let's extend those arms out. High, low, reach behind, and from Pebble Creek, you start up the snowpack. And then it's hell. You do, well, the whole hike is 4,600 feet of elevation over 4.6 miles. So you're averaging 1,000 feet of elevation per mile, which is steep. But the first 2 miles is only 1,000 feet. So you're doing that last 3,500 over the 2.6 miles. It's rough. There's 1 mile that's 1,500 feet of elevation by itself. Good. Let's take one shoulder. We're going to elevate it up, and we're going to roll it all the way over. We're going to roll it all the way back and down. So shrug and roll and unroll. Nobody bonked. Last year, my youngest son bonked on the way up, and he finished it, but he was like drunken walking up the mountain.
The oxygen
Yeah, elevation probably, and fatigue, and
complaining?
no complaining.
No complaining?
No. Good, let's switch arms.
Issue?
What's that?
Issue with the tech or no?
I had the slideshow, and I had Jason's little square icon window, and he said he was switching it over, and then nothing. So if we're live, we're live. I don't have to see myself. It just makes me always wonder if we're actually live. If I can't, hope you know. Good. From there, big circles, big circles.
Could just be the 3 of us.
Nope. Well, no, there's a whole nother live feed going there as well. There's 2 live feeds that go at the same time. So one of them I know is live, just the trilogy one. If it's not working, Carol, touch the cables. Switch directions.
That was before I moved the cables.
I mean, it was working, Brendan. I dialed in the camera before I even dialed in, and I dialed in and had, like I said, the slideshow was up. It's on. You can see the green light.
I can see you on your phone.
That's the other feed.
Oh, that's the other one. Oh.
That's the one I know is going. Good, guys. From here, we're going to twist those shoulders over the hips. I mean, the only thing I can think of is actually hanging up and redialing in, but Jason would need to be aware and get us put back on the main trilogy feed. But again, if everybody can see us, I don't care. I only can see myself on the screen, so. There's a reflection. I'm all right. Hands on hips. Hip circles. It was a little bit hazy. I've done that hike a few times, and usually at the very top there, you can see Adams and Bachelor and St. Helens, and you could only see Adam. Beautiful day. I mean, it was gorgeous. Not caught in the sky, but way over there, there was a haze line, and you couldn't see. Switch.
Fire?
You couldn't see Bachelor or Helens very well.
Was there a fire case?
I know there fires going on over there. I don't think it was. I think it was just clouds on that end. Good. All right. We're gonna grab that strap. Hopefully you have a belt or a towel or a sweatshirt or your own strap to use. Grab wide at the shoulders. Something's blipping on the screen. Oh, you know. And from here, with those arms locked out, we're gonna go up and back and bring that forward. Try to keep those arms locked. Hey, there I am. I'm not moving. Oh, there. Now I'm moving even.
So when you started at 7 o'clock, you were at the Paradise at 7?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we left the house about 5:15. Thank you, Brendan. That's why Brendan gets the big bucks, folks. Say hi, everybody, Brendan. Say hi. Hi, Brendan. That's Brendan, everybody. Thank you, Brendan. It was interesting. The kids forgot their poles. Good. We're going to bring that all the way up. And then I want you to go side to side, leaning at that waist. So guess who got to hike Camp Muir without poles?
You.
Yep. They each got one of my poles.
So sweet.
I've done Camp Muir 3 times in the last 3 years, and that's the second time I've gone with somebody that forgot their poles and I've hiked it without poles. Good. From here, rotate. Everything, let the hips and everything turn. Good. From this position, we're going to take one of those hands and bring it behind the head. Keep holding on that strap. Let go of the low end. Re-grab at the low back. And from here, we're going to pull down with that low hand, pulling that upper arm into the air, elbow up high. Good. We're going to switch directions now. We're going to take that high hand and we're going to pull it up until that low arm is tucked up under your shoulder blades. And then you can bring that strap over the front. Make sure you're still postured up tall. Don't slouch or let your shoulders sag forward. Sit up nice and tall in this. Oh, by the way, these are my brand new hiking sunglasses that arrived when we were about halfway up the mountain. Then they showed up on my doorstep. I got pinged.
Does the weird stuff like reflects off the snow or something? Or?
Yeah, they're UV. Good. Bring that high arm up and pulse up and down. But they're also just like, I like to wear aviators normally. And there's are just a more sporty, rugged pair that can, you know, in case you biff it in the snow or something, you're not going to snap your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Bite it, fall, trip, slip. Take that low hand, replace the high hand, and then replace the low hand. And start by pulling down, tucking that upper arm up. Again, they're not wanting yet to be on camera famous, but we are joined by Lynn, by Carol, and by Sue today, taking stretch class off the scene, so I'm sure you can hear them. Well, maybe Trilogy folks can't because I've got the microphone, but probably the other live feed. Good, let's take that high arm up, tuck that low arm up under the shoulder blades and relax that strap over. And then we glissaded down the entire snowpack, which is basically sledding. We just brought garbage bags and then slid down the 2 miles of snowpack. It was awesome.
Oh, that was great.
Of them, they didn't get any video of me. I was doing it too. Good, bring that arm back up, and let's pulse that up and down. The best part about being first one up is then when you're going down, you get to see everybody else's misery. Good, relax that. And they always ask you, are we close? And I let them know, no, you're not, and the worst is yet to come. And that's not being mean, that's being truthful. So from here, grab that strap back behind your back, hands close together. Once you have that grip, pull your shoulder blades back and lift your chest up in the air and punch those arms down straight. From here, then pull the arms away. If you have those shoulders back, you should feel that opening up your chest. This is a good spot to take a nice deep breath. Open up the ribs, get a little more stretch. From this position, we're going to sit back into our hips and push them back behind us. And then we're going to bring those arms up towards our head. Bring those arms down and hips back forward. And we are done with our strap for now. We're going to use that chair. Set that chair up on a side. It doesn't matter what side you start on. Can't quite get my angle straight today on this by moving the camera. Good. Be just out of reach of that chair. Just out of reach. Outside leg is going to step over. Then use your chair for balance if you need it, but we're going to push those hips backwards. Who's sneaking up on us? Kim is Lily sneaking up to be live on camera. Yeah. Push back into those hips. Bring those hips back forward. Hi, Kim, you're live. You're being broadcast to the country. No? Good, guys. With those legs still crossed, we're going to lean our hand out straight onto that chair. And then we're going to drop our hip down in. Again, we're trying to stretch on that inside hip. She thought Lynn was doing her private session. She didn't realize we were filming a live class. Too bad it wasn't Jerry. He would have stopped and talked to everybody. He is taking class. He came by already while I was training Sandy. Good. Let's push those hips away. We're going to take that free hand that we're not using the chair, and we're going to bring ourselves down and grab that back shin or foot or shoe or pants, and we're going to come up into that quadricep stretch. Very good.
Alternative to that one. I can never do that one to really feel it. Only because I've constricted so much. No, just.
Where do you feel it?
Well, mostly in my ankle because I'm pulling just think I got too much fat back there or something.
No,
Promise, because I can't.
no, that won't be it. Let's release that foot. Swing it around in front and bring it above the knee. Get a hold of that shin and sit back. Remember, give you a sideways view. We're going to sit back into those hips. Don't push forward on this one. Sit back and down in those hips. Keep your spine straight.
Feeling that Tabata.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, all this week for me. And yeah, I'm definitely feeling everything. Good. Bring those hips back up underneath you. I'm going to shift that chair to the other side. Good. Remember, just out of reach, give yourself that little bit of room. Outside leg is going to step over. Push those hips back. Use the balance if you want it. Keep sitting deep into those hips behind you. The rear leg should feel most of the stretch, and it could go in a lot of spots. It could come up your calf line.
Yeah.
It could come up your IT and hamstring line, and you can feel it all the way into the hip as well, depending on where your tension is.
Yeah, got it all. No, I got that.
Good. Bring those hips back up underneath. We should have that chair close by now. Post that hand out on it and sink that hip into that chair. Remember, when I hit, I'm sinking, I'm perfectly upright and nice and straight, and I'm just tilting to the side. Don't let your hips push back to drop down on this. Sink straight towards that chair. It's going to maximize that spot right over that hip joint. Such a different day than yesterday. Well, that's why I taught it inside, and then the rain stopped, but it was super windy, so I didn't want to stand outside either for that. That would play with the microphone. Come on out of that. Let's take that free hand again. Reach down, grab that back leg. Come up. Is that the knee? So just be careful with it. Yeah. Do you feel it on this side, Carol?
This is better. This
Yeah.
is better.
You can practice like your PT part and just contract, like squeeze it up manually to keep working the strength and the range of motion back there. Oh, feels like I climbed a mountain. You do know my children aren't sore at all, though. Bring that around, lift it above that knee, straighten that back, and sit back into your hips. Ooh. This side for sure today. Bring those hips back forward. Turn to face that chair you're using. Hands on the back. Walk yourself backwards to start to straighten those arms out in front. And do the last little bit by pushing your hips back and dropping your head through your arms. Bring those hips back forward. And stand yourself back up. From here, we're going to turn that chair around. So the seat is facing us. Bless you. So go ahead and turn that chair until the seat's facing. And remember to square those hips up to that seat. And then we're going to put one foot up onto that chair. Straighten out our back. Tilt those hips back behind us a little bit and bring that chest forward towards that wall foot. Don't round your back. Don't curl yourself down. Now double check while you're in this that your hip has stayed closed off and it's turned towards that foot that's up, not opening itself. So make sure it's turned off towards that foot. Good. Bring those hips back forward. I'm going to turn myself sideways to that chair now. Same leg I was just working towards that chair, and I'm going to put it back up in that exact same position. Difference being now I'm sideways to it. My foot's turned. Again, straighten your back. Push those hips back. And then lean your body weight towards the foot that's in the chair. Feel that one too? Turn yourself to your left a little more. Your bottom foot. Can you turn your foot that way more? Now put your foot back up where you had it. Sit up tall. Push the hips back. And lean like your shoulder's heading towards your foot. We want this right down the inside of the thigh. Yes. Good. Bring those hips right back underneath you, sitting up. Again, off the chair, turn back to face it. Same foot again. This time we're going to step it up flat. Reach down and grab the arms or the back of your chair, and then look down at that foot that's on the ground and kick it out nice and straight. Don't let it turn. So you're going to probably want it a little bit farther behind you, your leg. There you go. From here, we're going to drop those hips straight down. So our upper body's nice and straight. And we're going to push that back heel towards the ground until that hip flexor really stretches and warms up. You're a little shallow too. You want to try to take your left hip and sink it into the chair. It's okay if your heel comes off the ground. Try to like literally ooze yourself so you're just all the way down. Good. From here, we're going to pick those hips up and push them back behind us and slide our arms forward so we're laying over that leg. So pushing back with the hips, but sitting forward with the upper body. Good. Let's bring those hips back up underneath us and push ourselves off and away. We're going to work the other leg. I'm going to turn my chair so I can keep facing you. Again, squaring up to that chair. One foot up. Switch feet. Good. Straight back. Tilt those hips and bring that chest forward. We're going to repeat all those stretches on the other leg now. wake up, bring those hips back underneath you. We're going to turn ourselves sideways. Same foot goes back up. Again with the straight spine before we tilt those hips. And then lean towards that leg that's up in the chair. Good, bring those hips back under. Take that foot off, face our chair. Same leg back up, foot flat. Hands forward. Check that back foot to make sure it's kicked out straight. And then we're gonna sink those hips down. Oh, yeah. Good, from here, with those hands on the back of the arms of your chair, pick those hips up, push them back behind us, and slide forward over that leg. Good. Push those hips back under you until you can sit up and step off. We want to turn that chair around now so we can sit. Good stuff. So sitting in that chair, I want you to reach, if you have arms of the chair and there's holes, you're going to go on the inside of that chair. If there's no arms, it's fine. We're just going to grab the bottom of our chair there. We're trying not to wrap ourselves around something, so we want to grab as close to our body as we can. So get a hold of the bottom of your chair. Take that free arm, and I want you to lean with that. As you lean, you're going to have to hold on tight, and as you hold, it's going to pull that shoulder down and into place. Take that free arm up over the head and bring that ear down towards the shoulder while you're leaning. Relax the pressure on your head. You can stay with the lean and turn into that lean now. Reach up and grab the back of your head, not the side this time. And bring your chin down into that stretch. Again, no slouching, just a lean to the side. Good. Relax that head and bring yourself back to upright position. We want to switch our hands. We're going to grab the bottom of the chair on the other side. Free arm off to the side. Lean towards that free arm until that shoulder that's holding on gets pulled down nice and tight. Then up over the head And pull that ear down. If you're pretty tight in your neck, you don't have to pull at all. You can just lean your head to the side. Pulling might be a little too strenuous. That neck's tender or extra tight. Good, relax that head. Turn that chin. Reach to the back of the head and pull that chin down. Good, bring yourself back upright, release the head, and you can let go of the bottom of your chair. Slide all the way back in your chair. Take those hands, bring them together, lace your fingers. Flip them over, push them out. And push against that to stretch into those digits. As you're pushing, go ahead and lay back into the chair. And you're going to bring those arms up as you're pushing against those fingers, up and over the chair. Bring those arms forward and sit up and slide towards the edge of your chair. Let's go ahead and cross, ankle over knee. Get a hold of that shin, sit up nice and tall, and pull your chest through. Again, not down, don't pull yourself down, pull yourself through. Sitting forward with a nice straight back. That's Brendan taking care of our pond, making sure it's crystal clear. Lynn will prove it. She's going to run down and take a swim and a drink. It's the pool of life. Good. From this stretch, I want you to sit back a little bit. I want to turn our body to face the knee that's up. So my cross leg. And I'm going to take my outside arm, and I'm going to scoop under that knee. And I'm going to grab a hold of my hand or wrist, and I'm going to pull that leg up into my chest, sitting up tall. Now, while you're pulling, try to continue to turn. So this is my right leg. I'm going to turn my spine to the right as I pull. This will help accentuate the stretch more. Hello, Brendan. Relax that knee. Bring your chest back around. We're going to take that leg and we're going to cross it all the way over. So again, my right leg's on top. I'm going to put my left arm across my right leg. I'm going to put my right arm on my chair, either on the back or on the arm. I'm going to use the arm of this chair. And then I'm going to use my left arm to push against my leg and twist myself opposite. So I'm counter twisting my spine into my thoracic region. Good, relax that. Bring yourself back around. We'll uncross this leg and cross the other side. Sit up nice and tall. Pull your chest through. Relax that pressure off. Turn to face the knees up. Outside arm scoops under. Other arm. Yep. Grab a hold of that hand or wrist and pull it up into the chest and turn against that pull. Yep, turning that way. Is it what? Nope. Not a one. Yeah, the fish made it unclean. So they took them out and cleared it all up so it's purdy. Relax that. Slide that leg all the way over. Opposite arm. Counter twist. If you hug the hedge line, you won't be on camera. But if you come into that spot, you will be, just so you know. You can hug the line and put it by the door if you want. You'll be safe. You're the bestest. You can just set it in the shade right there. You're awesome. Yeah, it is. Look at the actual invite. Relax that around and uncross. Good. So with those wider feet, we're just going to bring ourselves forward over. Take one hand to the inside leg. You're going to push your upper body away and the knee away until that arm's locked out. And then you're going to bring your weight, that arm, shoulder through. Try to come forward a little more on the chair. So, and wider feet, because you're tall. There you go. And then post that arm and then bring your body weight through till you feel it on the inside of the thigh again. Good. We're going to untwist all that and take that arm you were posting out on, put it back on. Thigh of the forearm. Switch hands inside of the thigh. Push your body away until that arm's straight and sit forward and drop that shoulder through. Can you lean all the way towards me? Like literally bring all your weight forward, yeah. And then push that leg away while you're leaning forward. Getting it? Good. Good. Untwist. Bring ourselves up. Bring your feet in just a little bit, not all the way in. Then we're going to bring ourselves down towards the ground. And if you're tight and don't make it all the way, that's fine. If you do make it all the way and you're looking for a little extra, you can go under your chair. Then bring those hands in between your feet, and you're going to push up until your shoulder blades round and you can tuck your chin. Think of all that upper back opening up. And then roll yourself back up. And we're going to stand. All right. Right hand up in the air. And reach high. As soon as you've reached high, reach even higher. And even higher until you feel all of this being pulled open and stretched. And then go over your head with that stretch. You should feel your lats and your ribs and everything stretching out. Continue to pull that arm away and bring it across your face as you're pulling and pointing until it's hanging. Then we're going to push those hips backwards. And we should be over our left side. We're going to swing over to our right side. And we're going to push those hips back underneath us till we're standing back up. And then we're going to roll that shoulder and we're going to sit up tall. And now we're going to do left arm. Up, 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 and over our head. And pull that arm across the face until those arms are hanging off to the right. Push the hips back. Then swing over to the left side. Push those hips back underneath to stand up. Roll the shoulder and come up tall. Let's do that nice and fluid now, starting with the right arm. Up, over and across. Push those hips back. Swing to the other side. Push those hips under. Roll the shoulder back and sit up tall. Up, over, across. Push the hips. Swing across. Hips underneath. Roll back and up. Good. Take those arms, reach them both up nice and high. We're going to bring ourselves all the way down to the ground. We're going to scoop up as much air as we can. So we're going to come down. We're going to scoop and take a big deep breath. Such a deep breath that your ribs are open, your chest is high and full. And we're going to exhale straight out. I'm going to open my left side up. And exhale back to middle. And then open right side. And back to middle. And then a big deep breath up and over. And lean back into your stomach. And we're going to repeat that whole thing. So let's exhale to the ground. Inhale into the chest. Breathe it out. Left. Out. Right. Out. And up. One more today. One more today. All the way out. All the way in. Push it away. Rotate left. And out. Right. And out. Last one. Up and over. And back. And exhale. Well, guys, thanks for joining in again. I hope you feel nice and loosened, stretched, and ready for your weekend. I appreciate your time. Have an awesome Friday. I'll see some of you tomorrow, 11 o'clock for Gentle Fitness. Have an awesome day. Bye.